Good morning, my dear students. Have a nice day. I hope you all understand what I have taught yesterday. Let's we continue with the last session. Today we're going to see new problem. Okay. Let me read this question. A company manufactures two products, X and Y, which requires the following resources. The resources are the capacities, machine M1, M2, M3. The available capacity are 50, 25 and 15 hours respectively in the planning period. Product X requires 1 hour of machine, product X requires 1 hour of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1 and 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. The profit contribution of product X and Y are ₹5 and ₹4 respectively. This is the question. So already I have explained you everything. Whenever you are seeing the question in the question paper, you must read the question twice, thrice. Then only you could understand the content what they have given in the question paper. Okay. Once again I am saying, whenever you are reading the question in the question paper, you must read at least 3 times. Then only you can understand what they have clearly given. Okay, let's we start the solution. Okay, I will explain with one by one. Actually, in previous question, they have given M1, M2, M3 like this. Okay, please don't confuse with that. Actually, in the first problem, they have given the model name M1 and M2. Manufacturer produces two type of models, M1 and M2. But here you can see in second problem, a company manufactures two products, X and Y. In first problem, they have given in this place M1 and M2, which requires the following resources. Resources they have given M1, M2, M3. Resources, which means operations they have given. What is the previous problem operations? Only two. One is grinding, another one is polishing. Same like that. The resources or the capacities machines M1, M2, M3. Please don't confuse with M1, M2, M3 like this. Okay. Read the question paper. Question first. Okay. The available capacity are 50, 25, 15 hours. So automatically you know that this is the constraint. They have given like hours. Okay. Okay, let's start the problem. Definitely you could understand clearly. Wait a minute. Here you can see what they have given here. A company manufactures two products, X and Y. So I am writing here. X and Y. These are the X and Y. These are the two products they have given. The following resources. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm not comfortable with this. Wait. Okay. They have given the resources M1, M2, M3. So in this problem, these three are the operations. So I am writing M1, M2, M3. These three are the operations they have given. Okay. So automatically we know this one is x1, this one is x2. Definitely it could be a decision variable, right? So decision variable. Okay, next one. The available capacity are available. Okay, I am writing here available. Available capacity are 50, 25, 15 hours. Here they didn't mention like whether two persons or if two workers are working, how many hours for two polishes. They didn't give like that. Okay, just they have given the hours, so automatically we know 50, 25 and 15. This is the working number of hours. Working hours. So definitely we know this is the constraint. Okay, next one. We need to fill these things, and whether it is maximum or minimum, we need to find out what is the rupees. Okay, so then next one is hours respectively in the planning period. Till this we have finished everything. Product X requires 1 hour of machine M2. See, in this they are confusing something. Okay, please don't get confused. Okay, I am explaining clearly to you. Here you can see product X requires 1 hour of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. Here you can see they didn't mention the M1 resource. Okay, here they have mentioned only M2 and M3 for X product. Here you can see. So I am not going to write anything for the M1 operation. Okay, just they have given for X product X requires 1 hour for machine M2. So I am writing here 1 hour for machine M2, and then next you can see same. Here you can see X requires 1 hour for machine M2 and 1 hour for machine M3. Same I am writing. X requires 1 hour for machine M1 and 1 hour for machine M3. Next one. Next you can see product Y. Product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1. Here they have mentioned the hour for M1. Okay, so product Y requires 2 hours of machine M1 and 2 hours of machine M2 and 1 hour of machine M3. So here they have given for the hour for 3 operations: M1, M2, M2, M3. So for 3 machines they have given the hour, so no problem at all. So Y requires, here you can see Y requires for M1 2 hours, for M2 2 hours they have given, and M3 1 hour they have given in the question paper. Here you can see this is empty, so automatically it will come 0 here. If they didn't mention the hour for M1 model, M1 operation, for example they didn't mention for the M2 model, definitely it could be a empty place. We can put 0 here. Okay, please don't get confused. Okay, next one you can see we need to find out whether it is maximum or minimum value, profit. Okay, so here you can see they have given the profit, so it is the maximum sum. Okay, so here you can see for the profit contribution of product x and y are rupees 5 and rupees 4 respectively. So for x they have given, okay, for x they have given rupees 5. For y they have given rupees 4. That's why I have written like this. So these two are the profit they have given in the question paper. So automatically we note this. This is the maximum value of the z. So we know that these two are the objective functions. Objective functions. So we can go for the solution. What is the first step? We need to write the decision variables. I'm going little bit fast. Okay. I hope you all following my video. Okay. If you not understand anything, you can ask me any queries. Okay. So what is the decision variables? x1 comma x2. Second step. What is the second step? We need to follow. We need to find out the objective function. Objective function. What is the objective function? So already we know that this is the maximum profit because they have given the profit in the question paper. So automatically we know that maximum of z equal to 5x1 plus 4x2. These two are the objective functions. So what is the third step we need to write? Constraints. So constraints, you know this one, 0x1 plus 0x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to, what is the constraint they have given for M1 operation? 50. So I am writing 50. And one more thing I have to say that why we are mentioning this less than or equal to. This is the maximum profit. So 50 is always less than or equal to these operations. Okay. If they given in the question paper minimum profit, definitely we could mention here greater than or equal to. In coming problem, I will explain you clearly. Okay. Now, don't want this one. Okay. So, next one is, what is a M2 operation? 1. So, 1 x1 plus 2. Next one. 2x2 less than or equal to, what is the second constraint? 25. 25 hours. Okay. What is the third one? For M3, x requires 1. For y, M3 requires 1. So, 1 x1 plus 1 x2 same less than or equal to, what is the constraint they have given? 15. These are the three or the constraints. So, finally, we can go for the solution. What is the equation we need to write from this? Maximum of z equal to 5x1 plus 4x2. Whenever we are mentioning the constraint, we need to write subject to. Please don't forget of that. Okay. So whenever we are writing the constraint, we need to write the subject to. So subject to, what are the things? These three are the constraints. 0x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 50. 1x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 25. 1x1 plus 1x2 less than or equal to 15. So finally, you need to write the non-negative constraints, right? This is the fourth step. So x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. This is non-negative constraint. Finally, we got the answer. I hope you all understand this concept. Okay. Since we have finished the problem 2, if you have any doubt, you can ask me through the Google Classroom. Okay.